Let me clarify something for you, Spree. Sorry, you're gonna have to look at my flower right now because I'm outside in my house, like doing other things outside in the yard. But let me clarify something for you, Spree. The reason I even mention your husband, girl, is because I don't want to participate, know about, fucking contribute to, whatever it is, touch, I don't want to participate in anything where there's some kind of marriage on the rocks. Y'all should fucking know that already. I'm not one of those people that's gonna tell you, oh yeah, or be in cahoots with somebody to be disrespectful to somebody they're supposedly married to. And I think that the sham has been going on for like a little while. That's me. You might have a bunch of friends on here that don't fucking care about that, but I do. That's something I care about. So that's why I mentioned it. And the reason I mentioned the whole California trip is because you did last week when I was listening to you cry about Dr. Bud, when I defended you, that I thought it was fucked up what Dr. Bud said about your looks and your physical stuff, only for you to turn around this week and then do the same thing to fucking Al, You're mad at Al over him talking shit about you, not about whatever's going on under his fucking drawers. So, I'm just letting you know, it seems kind of stupid. And I don't even talk to you or like you, and I went in and fucking defended you on that shit. So, miss me with the bullshit, girl. I don't want to be participating in any of that. And anybody on here knows me. I'm not about encouraging people to be married and in open relationships. I don't understand it because I don't have that relationship. I just don't. I go against what I wouldn't even allow that. I wouldn't even do that for my best friends, y'all. So, and they wouldn't allow it from me. So I'm not gonna fucking, my best friends. I could call any one of them right now and ask them. So, my husband knows the same shit. If one of his friends comes over here and tries to be, putting us in some bullshit with their wife while they go out and do whatever they're fucking doing, I'm gonna have a problem with it. I can ask him when he gets back to prove to y'all. So I'm not gonna sit here and change the way I normally would act in my real life on here to appease other people, okay? That's what I'm not gonna do. So if it bothered you that I said that, that's what it is. That's what it is. I had no idea you were married. I had no idea that you were fucking married. And to think that I was actually, around the time that the whole thing went down with Maddie, before she started fucking crushing on him, I thought it was all cute. It was a cute trip and everything. And I was even in there, rooted it on. Had I known that she was, married for whatever the reason, whether it be benefits or fucking just because for whatever, I would have not been in there. And that's the truth of the fucking matter. And fuck me for that, but, fuck me for that. I'm not getting no fucking problems with fucking people's marriages, okay? So, when you mentioned that, because you were so, hey, bonjour, Frenchie, you mentioned that, right out the gate, as soon as you got in Don Laud's scope, it's like, damn, what are you fucking so triggered about? Why, because you brought up the doll this morning? I know people are irritated about the doll, as are we. I mean, I thought the doll was fucking put to bed a long fucking time ago, only for it to turn up today, Turn up today. The timing just seems real fucking weird to me too, by the way. Just saying that. So, I just want to put that out there. That is my fucking problem with that shit. I don't understand. And it seems like whatever story you were trying to tell us about why we didn't know you were married, which wouldn't even fucking matter. I wouldn't even fucking care about it if you just kept your personal life off of here, because there's other people that have relationships that don't talk about them at all, but you parade yours around here. So, and some people donate to those causes on here, so this is just a different story. There's a lot of people that have relationships on here that they don't talk about them at all. So there's a lot of people that on here that are, there's some people that choose to. I don't know one of boyfriends was married until I saw his Facebook. I didn't know either until somebody exposed it last year. But what I'm saying is, because, Spree brought that up the minute fucking Don Laud started scoping earlier, because it was more about her fucking attacking us than it was about the fucking issue at hand. She had to go over there and make sure her name was, start smearing us so that she can take the attention off of us. The first thing she said, well, it was Crafty Pete that said something. Yeah, I did. Because I am still in shock that you're with your husband. And the reason I said anything about California, ding dong, was because last week you mentioned it. You're the one that was like taunting somebody last weekend, and you were like, I'll give it to you when I'm in California. I don't know who she was talking about. I think I only heard it because I was listening for those Cami girl scopes. The obsessed lady. Which, by the way, if you don't like people calling fucking CPS, and you already know that people are fucking silly on here, they do stupid shit, don't open your life to them, you know? Sorry, I had a bit. Wait. Worst thing is to be called a homewrecker when it's dude's fault. Wait, I didn't know one of boyfriends was married and yes, exactly, his best friend told me he was single. Exactly. Like, I don't want to be that's the thing, you know, because I remember when she was going on that little fucking trip with Maddie, I sat there and was rooting her on because at that time I was her friend, you know. I've rooted her on. I've rooted her on. I've talked to her about her getting married to TJ. Okay, I've talked this before I found out. You want to know why? And she better not say I'm lying. Right, what'd you say? Crafty will lose us again. No, I won't. I'm fixing my garden up right now. My plants are growing back. You know why I talked to her about this? So she can't even say she's lying. Because when she went to Niagara Falls, I happened to look it up after because I want to take a trip there one day. So I looked it up. And then when I looked it up, it just so happened they were setting the Guinness World Records of the most married couples at one time in Niagara Falls. So I told her about this shit. And she fucking told me she was going to get married that July. Too bad that the day that they needed the day, I forget what the day was that they were going to do the Guinness World Records fucking thing. It was like not around the time her and TJ were planning to get married. So don't tell me you didn't even fucking plan. What the fuck, been off scope today and all the good stuff. I want to go in there so bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you know. So when she comes up here talking about me fucking saying something about that, yeah, I feel like I disrespected her fucking husband by sitting here chit-chatting with her about the world record of fucking getting married over there in fucking Niagara, amongst other fucking things that when I did talk to her. Okay, so Spree, and the reason I brought up the California thing is because you're the one that was over here fucking taunting somebody. I think it was that fucking lady she was talking about last week. The Cami lady, the one that I was saying I agreed with is a stalker. You know, she is a fucking stalker. She's been on here, the one that was crying about Jimmy Soroka and had the gun or whatever the bullshit. That is true. I believe her. I do agree there. So, she's the one that was bringing some bullshit up during that whole discussion, and she's the one that mentioned she was coming to California. You actually said in 10 months and did a whole countdown. You're like, what month is it this month, Spring? Okay, January, February, and you freaking said you were going in August. I didn't just pull that out of my ass. You said it. Like, I give a fuck when you're gonna be over here anyways. The fuck, this state is so big, y'all act like when you enter it we're gonna be the fucking the welcome committee or something. Just gotta say that because I don't know I know Marissa, I know you're venting, but that's why, because she tried to bring it up like, oh, and Crafty said something about me and going to California. Yeah, you talked about it, and it just so happens now you're collecting money on a doll that, yeah, the doll should be a done deal, except we all thought that the doll was like put to bed I don't remember what the exact day Tina passed away, but we argued about it heavily around that time because we all know Tina hated the doll. So if people are tired of it, she could have not. She's the one that brought it up today. She's the one that brought it up today to do an auction, you know. And whether Gina had scoped about it, you know, regardless of what they're going to say about her fucking, you know, oh, well, Gina's got raffles too. Whether Gina scoped about it or not, I would have still fucking been pissed about it because I talked to people that were very close to Tina. And they had an issue with the motherfucking doll too. So, and I'll be the first to admit that I was not Tina's fucking favorite person. We all know this. I always admit it. I make sure to put that out there 100% of the time. But you know what? Whether Tina liked me or not has nothing to do with the fucking respect I feel that the dead deserve, including Tina. whether she liked me or not. So fuck me for feeling like that. And you know what, Spree? It is beyond dumb to me that you are doing this supposedly because she talked shit about your kids. That is spiteful of you. And you know what? You're being spiteful to somebody who's dead, and it doesn't even fucking matter anymore. It's not like she's gonna fucking feel this. She's somewhere else, and it's not around here. So that whole excuse was really kind of nasty of you. And let's be real. Let's be real. You don't need that fucking rap to buy your kids a fucking goddamn iPad. Why don't you just be honest and tell everybody what it's really going for? Because if you were gonna do it for a fucking charity and all this other shit, then you come on here and tell the dollar amount of the iPad, and if you collect above this and blah 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 blah, then you donate this and this and this, and you would have already asked around about our charity. Okay? So, yeah. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything as what you're parenting or anything, because like I've said before, Spree, I don't know anything about that, but what I do know is I don't want to participate, be around, encourage, perpetuate, incite anybody on this app to fucking be unfaithful or disrespect their spouse. Like, I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm about. I wouldn't accept that from my best friends, and vice versa. They wouldn't accept it from me. And I would never do that to my husband, and fuck me for thinking like that, I guess, you know. I know people have gone through other things. I'm not judging other people if it's happened, but I just don't want to be an active participant in it, is what I mean. You know what I mean? I don't want to. That's just too much for me. So, I have a little thing about that. So anyways, that's what it is. If you don't fucking like it, Spree, I don't know how going to Dawn to cry about it was gonna help the situation that I'm the one that said it. And y'all know I don't talk to Dawn, so why would going to Dawn to cry about it make a difference? Anyways, did those just do it? Nope. October 13th, Spree decided what? I'll say it. She sucks at I don't want to say anything because I don't really know how her mother skills are. I do know that they probably, I don't know whose idea was it to bring her husband out here, but I'm even a little bit disappointed that even happened, you know? Because she could say what she says all she wants, but if it really didn't matter to him, he wouldn't sit there pissed and hang up the phone. So obviously, seems like, and her answering for him seems like she's not being honest with him, you know? And fuck us, fuck being honest with us, Bree. Be honest with your family before us. Even if you do plan on making him your ex-husband, that's the father of your kids. Be honest with him first. Fuck us. You know what I mean? Like, I'd appreciate if you were honest, but if you're not and we had a choice, be honest with your fucking family first. Fuck that. She was donating all the charity for Miss Tina. Well, unless Tina wanted an iPad, as of this morning, some of that was going to an iPad. Which was probably her fucking iPad. She just needed extra gigs on it. The succulent is shaking like a... Oh, because of the tree. I mean, it's on the table. Jamie, of course you would notice that. Of course you would. I'll say it. She's like a mother expert. Fuck this view. I'm still confused about the whole engagement marriage. That's the other thing. Like, you told him he was your friend, girl. You know, I'm confused about it. But what I do know for sure, Apron, is that she talked to me about marrying him. Because I vividly remember that conversation. I think I even went back when that... Like, later on, thinking that she had already started planning for the wedding with TJ, to ask her if there's still a possibility, like, she could make the Guinness World Record. And if I'm lying, fucking Spree. Oh. If you say that I'm fucking lying about this whole Niagara Falls story, at this time I did talk to Spree, because there were times I talked to Spree, but every time I would get mad at Spree because she would always let people disrespect her, like Maddie. And I would tell her, why do you keep doing that? And so the more that I did that, the more, you know, we, of course, didn't talk. You know, I get it. She don't want to hear it. Whatever. Fine. Go away then. I always listen. Let me see. Hold on. I always love Jamie. I love Jamie. Wait, she opened What? She opened husband? Yes, her husband was on Don Lot's scope right now. And then he hung up the phone. I don't know how they fucking got him on there. I'm still confused. She was... Yeah, you were there, right? Were you, Prawn? I think I first heard... It's going to the iPad first and the rest of the chair. Yeah, but come on, Marissa. Like, she's not going to raise $1,000 for fucking an iPad. And she just... I must have been in Dawn's. Yeah, it was in Dawn's, but Gina was rescoping it. Sorry, maybe we should just do this. But Gina was rescoping it. Yes! Gina was rescoping it, and before she ended the scope, somehow, Spree's real husband, supposedly, even though I'd like to do a comparison of his voice with Super Yeti. Sorry, Super Yeti. Just, you like throw my name around here. Why not fucking do a comparison? Anyways, so he was just on there. He was just fucking on the scope. And they were asking questions, and he refused, at one point, he refused to answer and just fucking hung up. And everybody's like, what happened? Why is he upset? Well, probably because whether they're getting divorced or not, he probably doesn't want to fucking hear any of this bullshit. You know what I mean? At this point, she could say anyone. Exactly. We don't know if that's her husband. That's what I'm saying. But he did hang up, Matt. I don't know if he hung up because he just didn't want to be involved. Who knows? Who knows what the fuck the reason was? Well, we don't know. We don't know why he hung up, or we have no verification that it's her husband. Could be Super Yeti, like I said. That's why I asked Gina, can we do a comparison and compare his old scope to this voice? Gina did rescope. She did rescope it when we were all in there. I went to start. Yes, Prawn, you missed that. He came on, supposedly the person that she's calling her husband. She got all flustered after because he didn't want to answer any more questions. That's the only reason I think it might be him. Because she, when Dawn would ask him questions, she could have been trying to answer them too because the guy didn't know the answer. But when Dawn was asking him questions, she kept speaking over him and trying to answer it for him. So, and then he just ended up ending the call. It could be anyone. It could be anyone. Crafty, a troll. Use you to try and come at me this morning. Oh God, fuck them. You have a troll, Diva? Somebody's troll. Somebody came to me. God damn. Yeah, right? So this is my thing. And so she started the scope fucking going off. Well, Crafty said that this raffle is for this and this and this. No, Crafty said, and Crafty brought up my husband, and Crafty went to California. Crafty brought up the shit that you say on here. You said you were going to California. Like, I don't talk to you enough to know that where you're fucking going. The reason I found out was because I was listening. Because I wanted to know about that fucking Cammy girl chick. Because I have said many times this week that I know that lady's up to a bunch of shit. I just didn't know all her fucking trolls. So I have been listening to fucking Spree. I have been. Because when she brought up that lady, I was like, oh shit. That's a fucking lady that I've been trying to bring up to everybody, but don't know. I don't remember her profile name. Just so happened that Spree's, having problems with her too, and I was agreeing that Spree was, being honest on this part anyways, or she's being accurate about this chick. She does report people, including Tina, Miss Tina. She reported her to disability, so I have been watching her. And in those fucking scopes where I've been watching her, she mentioned the fucking California trip. Are you guarding? Yeah, I'm guarding everything. Hey, RFB. Maybe she was trying to direct the pre-rehearsed script. Totally. Something was not right with that interview. Either he didn't want to be there or that wasn't her husband. One of the two. It could be either way. Either fucking way. That's why I'm saying the reason I have an issue with this with Spree is because I don't want to encourage, incite, participate, look, know, anything about infidelity that has to do with the man that she's married to. Whether they're divorcing or not. I just don't. So that's my problem. Anyways, I'm going to get off of here. I'm sure she's still fucking crying somewhere, and I just want to clarify. Fuck y'all. I'm going to send y'all my dead ass succulents. Bye.